Okay. Now call the meeting of the Carter County Board of Commissioners to order. Please rise for a moment of silence, prayer, and pledge of allegiance. Heavenly Father, teach us to use our freedom to help its permanence by respecting and upholding its laws, by supporting law enforcement agencies, by informing ourselves on current issues, by voting regularly and wisely, and by honoring the rights of other people. Amen.
Amen.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of constituting the accuracy of written minutes. Tapes are reused, eliminating recorded records of these proceedings. Approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held July 30th, 2020.
So moved.
Move to approve with discussion. I want to mention there's, in regards to the motion that was voted down last week, specifically the motion that was voted down included two addresses on Center Street in Jim Thorpe. While there was an interjection to modify that motion was not acted upon. Therefore, the motion that was voted on stands as a request for an appraisal for two properties on Center Street. So therefore, should a motion come up during further business, it will be substantively different from that current motion. Again, this is just to align things properly according to rules of order, okay? And Jen, I'm more than happy to sit down and kind of, Dan and I spoke about it earlier and stuff like that. So it's administrative.
Okay.
But again, I second that motion.
Thank
So
you.
with the correction in the minutes you're saying, or you just...
Well, no, it's correct. I just want to make sure that when I make a motion further business, that it doesn't appear to be the
Yes.
same motion.
Yes.
It's going to be substantively different because it's
Yep.
going to be the correct address.
Correct
So
address.
that would be reflected in next week's...
Yeah, right,
Got it.
yes.
Next week, so-
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep,
All right.
yep, so we're good.
And that's the one that was 1202, correct?
Right,
Yes.
yeah, yep.
Right.
Okay.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Are there any guests concerning county business at this time? Hearing none, we'll move on. There was one executive session held on August 3rd at 9 a.m. for personnel reasons.
Budget transfers as listed on transmittal.
Yeah, move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Supplemental appropriation.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Expenditures, approval of payroll checks number 72591 through 72645, and direct deposit check numbers 6021786 through 6022216 for the payroll paid through the payroll fund checking account for all county funds totaling $592,147.66.
So moved.
Payroll
Oh,
due July
sorry.
31st, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Approval of check numbers 214796 through 214871 for expenditures through the general fund clearing account totaling $79,933.27.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Treasurer's report.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. At this time, we're going to recess the weekly meeting of the Board of Commissioners, and I'll call the monthly meeting of the Salary Board to order.
Approval of the minutes of the salary board meeting held July 2nd, 2020.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Swerchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Are there any guests concerning Salary Board business? Hearing none, we'll move on. Report of the executive sessions, there's one on August 3rd, 2020 at 10:30 a.m. and one on August 4th, 2020 at 9:55 a.m.
Court administration, Mr. Armstrong?
For adult probation, change the rate of one adult probation treatment floor specialist from $11.72 per hour, grade 5, step B, to $11.28 per hour, grade 5, step A, effective August 14th, 2020.
I'll second that.
You have to
Oh,
make,
he's making
yeah.
the motion.
No,
isn't
you make
He
the
can't.
motion.
Oh,
He's
okay,
just
I'll
reading
make
it.
Second.
Mr. Swarchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Clerk of courts, she's not here, right?
Mm-mm.
Establish the position of one part-time clerical specialist at $10.32 per hour, grade 3, step A, effective August 6, 2020.
Move to establish.
Second.
Mr. Swarchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Change the rate of one clerical specialist from $11.16 per hour, grade 4, step B, to $10.84 per hour, grade 4, step A, effective August 10th, 2020.
Move to the change.
Second.
Mr. Swarchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
And Borough Collections, change the rate of one collections clerk 2 from $11.38 per hour, grade 5, step A, to $11.72 per hour, grade 5, step B, effective August 6, 2020.
Move to the change.
Second.
Mr. Swarchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Abolish the position of one part-time automation clerk at $10.32 per hour, grade 3, step A, effective August 6, 2020.
Move to abolish.
Second.
Mr. Swarchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
District Attorney, change the rate of one county detective from $21.52 per hour, grade 12, step K, to $22.16 per hour, grade 12, step L, effective August 26, 2020.
Move to change the rate.
Second.
Mr. Swarchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Animal Shelter, establish the position of one part-time canine officer at $10.32 per hour, grade 3, step A, effective August 6, 2020 to August 5th, 2021. Excluded from retirement plan, not anticipated to work 1,000 hours.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Swarchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Area Agency on Aging, change the rate of one part-time senior center operator 1 from $11.38 per hour, grade 5, step A, to $11.72 per hour, grade 5, step B, effective August 12, 2020.
Move to change.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Swarchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Building and Grounds, change the rate of one part-time maintenance from $16.53 per hour, grade 3, step Q, to $16.02 per hour, grade 12, step A, effective August 6, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Swarchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Children and Youth Services, change the rate of one county caseworker supervisor 1 from $17.98 per hour, grade S7, step A, to $21.45 per hour, grade S7 to step G, effective August 6, 2020.
Move to change.
Second.
Mr. Swarchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Establish the position of one county caseworker 1 at $14.53 per hour, grade 10, step A, effective August 10th, 2020.
Move to.
Second.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Second.
Mr. Swartzek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Commissioner's Office, Parking Fund?
Let's say you
Oh.
skipped the
Yeah.
one.
Sorry.
Oh, you know what, you skipped 2, I think, number
No,
2.
just one.
I thought you said 1, caseworker 1, though.
Yeah, she did the caseworker one, but she
Oh.
was due to abolish the caseworker two.
I'm sorry.
That's what I meant, yeah, number two, I meant.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, no problem.
Abolish the position of one county caseworker 2 at $20.30 per hour, grade 12, step, is that I?
Yes, it is.
Effective August 10th, 2020.
Move to abolish.
Second.
Mr. Swarchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Commissioner's Office Parking Fund, change the rate of one part-time parking meter attendant from $10.94 per hour, grade 3, step C, to $10.32 per hour, grade 3, step A, effective August 6, 2020.
Move to change.
Second.
Mr. Swarchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Parks, change the rate of 4 seasonal park ranger 1 from $15.42 per hour, grade 10, step C, to $14.53 per hour, grade 10, step A, effective August 6, 2020.
Change. Yeah, move to change.
Second.
Mr. Swarchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Change the rate of 1 seasonal park ranger 2 from $10.63 per hour, grade 3, step B, to $10.32 per hour, grade 3, step A, effective August 7th, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Swarchek?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Is there any further business for the salary board? Hearing none, meeting adjourned. We now reconvene the commissioners' meeting.
Personnel report?
So moved.
Second.
With discussion. Dan, if you can help me out on this one in regards to, I'm gonna say no to one, element of that, one change of status. How is that reflected? So, say yes with the exception of the change of status of the secretary 3 to the purchasing manager?
I would probably suggest you do the personnel report excluding that position and then take a separate motion on
Yeah,
that
is that
position.
good?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So then I'll make a motion to change the personnel report to,
Do we have to rescind the first motion then? Because,
well, we didn't vote on it yet, so a change
but,
has
We have
to,
a
First
person,
and a
a
second,
second,
yeah.
so you should probably withdraw the motion.
withdraw the
withdraw.
motion. Motion to
Okay.
withdraw.
Okay.
Do we have a motion to withdraw?
I'll second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So should I say personnel report with the exception
Let
of?
Chris say.
Yeah, so I move to accept the personnel report, with the exemption of the change of status of one secretary 3 to purchasing manager effective August 24th.
Now I need a second.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
No, so I'll make the motion, right? I can make that motion. I'll make the motion for the change of status of Rhonda Wenrick from secretary 3 to purchasing manager effective August 24th, 2020.
And I'll second that.
Okay, Mr. Lukasevich?
No.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Correspondence as listed, copies made available to the press upon request. Advertising request, CDBG revision modification. For approval, authorize the advertisement of the public notice to revise the for year 2018 and modify for year 2019 Community Development Block Grant funds for Franklin Township.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
County buildings. A proposal was received from Randy Fletcher Masonry of Lehighton, Pennsylvania to remove old sidewalks and concrete caps, pour new sidewalks and install new caps at a total cost of $9,000.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Elections, Quadient USA Incorporation, for ratification, purchase service agreement with Quadient USA Incorporated for high-speed letter opener IM 410 for opening mail-in and absentee ballots. Pennsylvania State Contract Number 4400015968 in the amount of $8,328, and annual maintenance agreement with Postage Pros Plus in the amount of $1,367.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Parking Lot Trail Project for ratification, electronic execution of the agreement with Navarro and Wright Consulting Engineers Incorporated of New Cumberland, Pennsylvania, as prepared by the Department of Transportation. The agreement is for construction inspection services for the Parking Lot Trail Project through the county parking lot and lists a maximum amount of $18,813.15. Said costs are covered under the Transportation Alternatives Set Aside Grant.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Further business?
Yeah, I have one item. In order to provide additional data to assess either sequential or concurrent renovations of 44 and 76 Susquehanna Street, I move that we accept the proposal from Person Agency of Lehighton, Pennsylvania, for rental fee appraisals for the properties at 1202 Center Street, Jim Thorpe, PA, Mock Jump Trust Company Plaza at $650, and 410 Center Avenue, Jim Thorpe, PA, Jim Thorpe Area School District Admin Office at a cost of $700.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
I just want to have a little bit of discussion on this. I mean, last week I said about it, I don't want to show our hand. I'm not against the proposal, and there are things like within what we're trying to do here that we actually have to know our numbers, what we're spending on moving, and one of the things that I'd like to see in our moving budget would be, instead of having our maintenance people and our tech people, you know what I mean, Chris? I'd like to have that. I think our maintenance, we're sort of falling behind on some of the work because of the COVID. And our tech people, there's a lot more tech. They're setting computers up for people and things like that with COVID. And I'd like to see that in the appraisal. And this is a step, you know what I mean? This is a step that we need to get to there. And we're gonna have to eventually do it anyway. And I really have no problem with it as long as all that is in our, in our cost on what it's gonna be for us moving.
Right, understand that the only requirement of our maintenance individuals is to forklift wrapped shelving units from 76 Susquehanna Street to the storage area. In reference to our IT people, they contracted out is the fiber line that they say it needs to be run, and they'll simply be setting up computers for 1, 2, 3 offices, which is elections and planning, and they can do it for workforce. Courts, Becky will do juvenile probations. So the cost is minimal. I've provided you all a budget that was outlined, and if I recall, I provided that very detailed, and I believe the press should also have a copy of it. $500,000 right now would be the additional cost for sequential construction. The only cost to the county would be under $100,000 to do that. So in net, a savings of $400,000 to the county residents. But I agree, we have to go through the process, continue to get the details, so we're at a decision point of having to, either go concurrent or sequential. But I believe 99.9% of the data is already out there and available to everyone who is a decision maker, or a potential decision maker.
Yeah, and
But yeah, that's good.
yeah, and I just wanna make everybody aware of it, we have gone through negotiations with other buildings,
Mhm.
and, this is not gonna reflect back on they could come with an outrageous amount, and I think it has to go back to what we're actually paying. I mean, we're going through a rental of a brand new building, so I think that has to reflect in that cost a little bit too, because, you know, we can't give somebody a large amount.
Well, we've already been given, so email from Jim Thorpe School District.
Is this part of negotiations that?
I think this
Is
is a
it-
simple motion to get the appraisal.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
put it this way,
But there's
Yeah.
a-
how about yes?
We're gonna be
Yeah.
negotiating it.
There you go.
Okay, yes.
We're
Okay, right.
gonna be releasing that information.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
he's voted yes.
Robert
Yes.
said yes.
Yes.
Let's move on. Let's go on.
Yes.
Done.
Good.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
with reservations, because, I know we're gonna save a lot of funds, but it's the
Yeah.
disruption of services. There's gonna be other additional costs and personnel. I mean, IT can't keep up with what they have now, and, it's gonna be, I think, a little bit more involved than most people realize. I think we're gonna have to do some advertising. The biggest, problem I have, is with elections, and I'm really, concerned about that, and with the move and confusing of, people, especially on election day and spring, we do intend to keep them there where they're currently at for the general election in November. So, it shouldn't be a problem this year, but they're gonna be busy after the election, and, as well as, with all, you know, what we went through in, spring with all the mail-in ballots, et cetera, and, the time-consuming process there. So, it's gonna be strenuous, not to the department heads, and sometimes I question whether the additional stress and work and confusion, like disruption of service, is really worth it, so we'll move on with it.
Wayne, the one thing I would say is a first responder, as you know, there's called the continuity of operations plan. And what a perfect opportunity to practice your continuity of operations, where you're moving, yet you have to keep operations going. So this will be a great exercise opportunity. Let's bring Mark Nalesnik in here, and we can take, this will be, you know, like 2-for-1 offer. Let's move on. We got some work to do.
I think I said yes.
Yeah, I thought we ended that a couple
That's
minutes ago.
done.
Let's-
Okay.
You guys killed this horse last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Commissioners
I have
report.
none. No report.
Look at that.
Yeah, a couple,
Well,
Yep.
I was gonna do it under further business.
Oh, I'm sorry.
On the update on the grants.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
you know, we have 209 grant applications. They're struggling to get through all of them. Approximately 50% of them have not provided all the necessary information. There were two, they reviewed 2 out of the 2 miscellaneous of submissions. There were 12 municipal submissions, 109 small business submissions, 70 nonprofit submissions, and 16 tourism submissions. So the people doing that have their work cut out for them, and it's going to be quite a few days. I think Jeff said that he was out or working late last night, sent us an email after 12:30
yeah,
this
it's about
morning.
12:38, man.
Yeah, so, and they only got, 49 completed
Yeah.
as of that time or gone through. So they have a lot more to go through, and it's gonna take some time. So there may be a delay in the awarding, and, especially since we have to wait for the proper documentation. So it's really a time-consuming process. And we were already notified that we will be audited on what we do with those care funding. So we're trying to set up meetings an entrance conference with the people that'll be doing the auditing of the process and where we're given the funds. So it's not as simple as people think. Bear with us on the process and the time frame. Yeah, I was gonna do that on the
Okay.
commissioners.
All right.
So, we have further business for?
No.
Okay, all right, then, Alma?
Yeah, I'm not,
You're
no.
up for
Okay, so
commissioners'
what we
reports.
can do with the press, we can provide a little spreadsheet with some of the things that Commissioner Osteen mentioned, the number of applications by category and the dollar amount. It's already prepared, we'll just send it out after the meeting if that's all right. He did mention also about the potential of sliding about a week to the right as, you know, that block grant administration cell kind of reviews, does their quality assurance, quality control. So expect, you know, maybe a week slide to the right. I think Jeff was asking for a possibility. We'll adjust online the documentation we have to show that on that process, you know, sheet to show kind of a slide to the right. But there is built-in room in the current process to absorb that. So, you know, we can still meet our target, you know, of mid-September, you know, to look at disbursement. And we'll see how that goes as it plays out. Again, just for the press, I mean, there we're talking about, these are all the different, you know, over 200 applications that are being gone through on that quality assurance and quality control. And as Wayne mentioned, you know, with the potential or expectation of audits, we have to get it right. Did want to mention a rent relief program. We did our first monthly report, had 19 landlords apply and 20 tenants. Catholic Relief Charities, we're getting the first disbursement of $185,000 this month. It should actually be there by close of business on Friday. And that was based upon their report to the Pennsylvania Housing Financial Assistance Office. Mentioned the D&L Trail. I think we got the rendering out to everyone. I think we're in really good shape with that moving ahead. That's all I have.
Commissioner Osteen?
On Monday morning, we're in the process right now of applying for another RACP grant for our Emergency Services Training Center. So Monday morning, one of the requirements we have is to put a sign there. We have a sign made up, and on Monday morning, that sign will be installed by then at the construction site, and we're going to do a little media event explaining the project and allowing the media to view the area that we're building on. The contractor that is doing the site work is probably about 40% maybe by now. I haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks, but probably about 40% complete on the site prep, and should be complete sometime in November. We're trying to finalize specs. I'll be meeting with the training committee next week and going over some of the final details, making sure we have everything the way we want it, and we'll go over some of the funding details, etc., where we're at right now on Monday morning. It'll be up at the EMA at the site itself. So MESIA is welcome, and especially the Emergency Service Training Committee, who has been working hard since 2008. It hasn't been an easy process, and it really took off in 2013 when we had to demo the existing training facility because of safety reasons. So that's when it took off. But there's a lot of things we had to go through to get this far. So that's all I have for now. Okay, meeting adjourned. Haley.
I'm just curious about the letter opener. You know, with the change, the statewide change for Wheeler Building, do you get any money from the state?
Yes, that is grant funding that we'll be using for that purchase.
Oh, okay. That's it.
That's it.
Just for clarification, the thing at the Emergency Training Center, is it this coming Monday or is it
It's this coming Monday
I
at 10
think your
a.m.
email said the
At
17th.
10 o'clock. Isn't Monday the 17th?
10.
You will be,
Oh, then I have it
Skip
wrong.
ahead a week.
I'm a week behind. Yes, that is
Right.
right. I'll have to resend that.
Alright. So to clarify.
See, I shouldn't have put the date in, I should have.
Right.
Said Monday. I will resend that.
That's okay, no problem. And then, is there a second round of grants that you guys are gonna be doing as well? for your county?
Probably
We
so,
think-
I would
yeah,
think so, we
yeah.
talked about it, and as I said before, and I think, Mr. Lukasevich and Mr. Arnold agree that we don't know what's gonna happen or what expenses we're going to incur between
Yeah.
now and the end of the year. You know, and I was a little disappointed in some of the businesses that did not apply. You know, and I thought, they should have been, you know, taking the time to apply, so they're gonna have a second chance. And, I don't know how we're gonna handle, we're gonna have to talk more, once we get through this round, see how things went, maybe prioritize those that did not apply the first round. We have to decide how much we're gonna give out now. We certainly wanna get that, much of the funding out as we can right now, but we wanna keep that little reserve for, future expenses. We just, let's say we have a relapse of, cases in that, the governor comes out and, you know, like they already did with the restaurants, you know, is that gonna change our, losses in particular to our, restaurants and bars and, small businesses that had to cut from 50% back down to 25%. They were already losing a lot of business at 50%. So, yeah, it's a lot of decisions to be made yet. We have to get through this initial grant process, see how it went, find out what the auditors are gonna tell us, and what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, you know, what can we do, can't we do, et cetera. So, our direction from the state from day one has been sporadic on a lot of this stuff, to say the least.
Yeah.
You know, a lack of guidance on a lot of things, and, you know, I go back to the election issues too, and back and forth with, things changing there every day and not getting, the guidance I feel we should have had from the state. Maybe I better shut up, because if we're asking
Yeah,
for a
you know we're looking for another
$500,000 or
grant.
more, then watch what we say, because, you know, well, I won't go there.
Listen, there is built in, when you look at the spreadsheet, it's online, you'll see that there's a certain amount of money that is earmarked for the county, $1 million, and then there's $500,000 for broadband. That's simply earmarked. We kind of know where the county is on the amount of money that we need today, right? So again, if there's any residual money from those earmarks, or maybe from applicants who don't actually qualify for whatever reason, right? That money could be utilized for a second round. Also, day before yesterday, we participated in the DCED a webinar specific to COVID-19, sponsored by the County Association of Pennsylvania. And in about the November time frame, as money is not being expended by other recipient counties, that money is going to come back, and they'll do a second disbursement with any residual money from the larger pot of funds. And that webinar is available online, and they had that discussion. So I think almost assured there'll be a second tranche, just for the fact that there's going to be residual money out there that's going to be dispersed again in the same per capita manner as what we first received.
I think what this is gonna also tell us is or give us an idea, it won't tell us a good amount because of so many people that did not apply.
Yeah.
I was talking to one business owner that said she lost $100,000 in revenue in that time because she couldn't rent out in that. So she didn't even apply. She felt, and I have to applaud the lady for that. She didn't even apply, feeling that there are so many other small businesses that were hurting and suffering that need that money more than she did. And we have others that stretched their applications to include things that were not COVID related. So those numbers, that total numbers that were requested, it's not going to happen on a lot of those cases because they just don't qualify. Things are put in there that, you know, weren't COVID related. So some people took advantage of the system, those will be hammered out,
Mhm.
but it will give us an idea of how severe or of the effects, economic impact to our people and particularly our businesses here in Carter County and our nonprofits, the tourism, all the way around. We're gonna have at least some kind of an idea, I'd say, of what the losses
Yeah.
really are. You know, this is only what they applied for and legitimately is only a small fraction of what the actual cost of the COVID was.
And then the only other thing I had, could you guys just talk a little bit about the letter that you sent to Governor Wolf in regards to Beltsville?
Yeah, well,
Well, I think the purpose was clear. We believe that, you know, him as the elected leader of Pennsylvania needs to see firsthand the deteriorating
Yeah.
and deteriorated condition. There's nothing like, you know, coming there on a Saturday and trying to get in or sit on the beach and have to live the experience that our county residents and other responsible, you know, visitors are experiencing out there.
yeah. Well, they were dispatched, one fire department was dispatched for a trash fire out there of all the
Mhm.
garbage, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure of all the details, but I know they were dispatched and
Mhm.
somebody lit the garbage on fire apparently, or threw hot ashes from a grill, or
Yeah.
maybe even a cigarette butt, so it, you gotta see it firsthand to see the total disrespect for the environment and the other people.
People, yeah.
That's all I have.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay.